I've just finished episode 2 of Severance season 2, and let me tell you, the higher ups at Lumen must have been listening to me because one of my biggest questions from last week has finally been answered. Last week's premiere gave us an entirely innie-focused episode. We saw absolutely nothing from the outside world. Everything that unfolded happened exclusively on the 7th floors at Lumen, meaning we only saw the fallout from last season's innie rebellion through their eyes. And as we know, the innies have no idea what's really going on outside. So the same lies Lumen fed them, that's what we, the viewers, were fed too. These lies included Lumen claiming to be listening and promising to address the innies' grievances. That the rebellion had made headlines and the innies were now infamous for what they did. That Mark's team initially didn't want to come back. And the biggest lie? That 5 months had passed since the events of last season's finale. This week, predictably, we learned that this is all a massive cover-up. Through Helena, Heli R's outie, Lumen spins Heli's outburst as nothing more than a tasteless joke by a drunk Helena. So much for the rebellion being front page news. And Lumen is listening. If by listening you mean spying on and manipulating the outies to regain control of the situation. Oh, and Mark's original team didn't quit, they were fired. All of them except Mark, who for reasons we don't fully understand yet, is crucial to Lumen's plans. So crucial in fact, they offered Mark's outie a 20% raise to return. His team was only brought back to stop his innie from rebelling. And remember that whole 5 months have passed claim? Yeah, no. In reality, Mark S was back at work in just a few days, and the rest of the team followed less than a week later. So the big question of how the world reacted to the bravery of the innies last season, solved. The answer? It didn't. It was just another regular day in the outside world. But last season's rebellion wasn't in vain. There are a few key moments in this episode that point to bigger things brewing. For starters, Miss Coble's revenge arc. Helena tries to sideline Coble with a fake promotion, but it's clear Coble isn't buying it. She's out for blood and Lumen is clearly a little afraid of what she could do. Mark is also growing suspicious, and despite returning to Lumen, outie Mark is clearly starting to piece together that Lumen has been lying to him. Oh, and Helena's jealousy. This one was surprising. Helena, who's always shown disgust towards innies, replays the CCTV footage of her innie kissing Mark last season over and over again. It's almost like she's jealous of her innie's freedom, something she herself doesn't have. It's subtle, but it's there. But my biggest question going into episode 3 is, why is Mark S so important? He's the only one who wasn't fired, and Lumen bent over backwards to get him back, while treating his colleagues as completely disposable. They also mentioned his importance to a project called Cold Harbor. What exactly Cold Harbor is hasn't been revealed yet, but it clearly ties back to his dead but not dead wife. I'm intrigued to see how the story unfolds over the course of the season. Let me know in the comments what you thought of episode 2, and do you have any theories on why Mark is so central to Lumen's plans?